Hey guys, RanterInShades here, exercising my First Amendment rights vlog style. Now, I made a post, I shared a post on my Facebook fan page last night, which, by the way, if you haven't liked that page, it's linked down in the description of all my videos. I'm not forcing you to like it, but I would much rather you like that page rather than add me on my personal Facebook if you want to see posts from me there, because I'm really selective about who I add from YouTube on my main Facebook. Cammy Bams is the same way. I mean, I'm not even friends with him because he doesn't watch my content. The only people I add from YouTube on my main Facebook are people who I watch and people who I've had conversations with on Skype. There are a couple exceptions, but I don't really want to get into that. But anyway, I shared a post on my Facebook fan page last night from the Heavy Metal Philosopher, which is a page that I've been following for a couple months right now, and I gotta say, I really do like what that page has to offer. He's a really interesting guy to listen to, and posts a lot of really nice links of really cool songs. Anyway, so he made a post that kind of reminded me of something that happened in my personal life, spring of last year. Basically, he made a little rant on his page about people complaining about Megadeth opening for Avenged Sevenfold. People basically saying, "Why are Megadeth opening for Avenged Sevenfold? Avenged Sevenfold are such posers! Megadeth should be the one on top because they're such a better band!" This is kind of something I kind of forgot to talk about in my concert tips video, but just when people are this bratty over concert lineups or festival lineups, bills and whatnot, they're just this bratty over this petty fucking bullshit about concerts. So really, I can't help but really think less of your logic if you think that a bill should be organized based on who the better band is, which is subjective, by the way. You may think Megadeth is a better band, others may think Avenged Sevenfold are the better band. Me personally, I like Megadeth a lot better, but that's not to say that I don't like them opening for Avenged Sevenfold, especially when more than likely it was Avenged Sevenfold's decision. Either one of the members decided, or they as a band, as a collective, decided that they want Megadeth to come on tour with them because they like Megadeth, they like Megadeth's new album, whatever it may be, it was probably their decision. But anyway, that's not the way that concert bills are organized. It's not based on who's better or whatnot. Basically, the more popular act usually is the one headlining, and usually they decide who they want playing with them. Usually it's a band within their style, other times it isn't. But to the people complaining about stuff like this, and this has happened with other lineups, and I'm going to get to a story of what happened in my personal life about this, but can you sound any more spoiled? Jesus. First of all, here's something you could be doing. If you really don't want to see Avenged Sevenfold, and you only want to come for Megadeth's set, just show up for Megadeth's set and leave after if you don't want to stick around for Sevenfold's performance. Personally, I would stick around because I do like Avenged Sevenfold, but if I only came for the opening act, which is something I've never done before, and really didn't want to stick around for the main act, then I would leave. Or if it were the other way around, if I knew who was opening and didn't want to see their set, I'd make a point to arrive late. Which is something I really should have done when me and some friends went to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers spring of last year. They had a band opening for them, this dance punk band, I think that's what this band is really classified as, called Sleigh Bells. And I thought they were awful. I thought their performance was awful. Really, I think they're one of the worst bands ever. They suck. We all agreed they were awful, and we should have arrived later so to miss Sleigh Bell's performance and only come for the Chili Peppers, because that's who we put down money for. Other times there have been concerts, bands that have had an artist opening for them that really gave me somebody interesting to look into. An example of this would be the second time that I saw Joe Satriani, when he had a guitarist opening for him by the name of Ned Evett. What was peculiar about him is that he played a fretless guitar, which was something I had never seen before. I thought it was brilliant, his set. So when I got back, I looked more into who this Ned Evett was, and now I'm a fan. That's the beauty of openers. You may not have heard from them, and they give you somebody interesting to look into if you really like what you see. Other times it's, a band you may not know too much about, but you know of them, and it really shows you what exactly they're capable of outside of what you know them for doing. Like when I saw Van Halen, same year, the spring of last year, they had Kool and the Gang opening for them. Kool and the Gang are the band, for those of you that don't know, that do the song Celebration. And I really learned a lot about them and what exactly they're capable of doing. They're really entertaining and really funky outside of that song, but not a lot of other people would really know that. So it really gives you more to really take in if you see an opener. But anyway, that kind of got off topic. So basically, it takes a lot of strategy, I'd say, to plan out when you want to show up, when you want to leave, if there's somebody you want to see, if there's somebody you don't want to see. It just is all a matter of planning. Nobody is forcing you to sit through the entire concert, even though it is what you put down money for. I could make that argument, but if you really feel strongly about not seeing a certain artist, then you always have the option to leave. You always have the option to leave. Maybe not in the case of a festival. I'm not really sure what re-entrance policy is, but you can always go do something else, grab something to eat. Just do something else if you really want to miss a particular performance. But anyway, now let's get to that story from my personal life. This takes place the spring of last year, like May of 2012. So there was a girl that I used to know from camp who was a guitarist and I thought was kind of cool, and she made a post one day complaining that Iced Earth were opening for Volbeat and Hell Yeah. Volbeat were the headliner and Hell Yeah were going to be on second. She was complaining that, oh, I call bullshit on this bill. Iced Earth should be the one headlining because they're such a better band. Way to sound ignorant to the way that tours are planned, especially considering it was Volbeat who requested that Iced Earth come on tour with them. This person sounded really spoiled, and I immediately unfriended her after that because she was really starting to take on an elitist mentality, saying that, that the way a concert bill should work, whether it be in a festival or a regular tour, should just be laid out, organized by who's better than who, even though that is subjective. A lot of other people called her out on this, calling her spoiled and bratty, and not knowing anything about the concept of supply and demand. Because honestly, I guess there's more of a demand for Volbeat and Hell Yeah than there really is for Iced Earth. I mean, for all I know, I guess Iced Earth could possibly have a large cult following, but that isn't really enough of a demand to have them play the venues that someone like Volbeat or Hell Yeah could fill. So that's why it would make more sense for a band like Iced Earth to be on tour with a more popular or more relevant act, like either of those two. Personally, I like Hell Yeah more than Iced Earth. I don't really know too much about Volbeat, but it would have been a concert that I'd be interested in going to, but again, with this person, she was sounding really, really spoiled. And that's just something I can't stand when people talk about when they're talking about concerts. Why is this band opening for this band? Why is this band not the headliner? God. Bottom line is, stop being such spoiled fucking brats about concerts. You have the option to not go. Nobody is forcing you to go. If you'd rather see a certain band, play and not see a certain other band playing at that same concert, you can still leave. You don't have to sit at home moping around about the way a concert just happens to be organized. It's just the way it happened to work out. You don't have to sit at home whining and carrying on about this. You can plan strategically about when you want to arrive and when you want to leave. So shut up, stop crying and carrying on, and just enjoy the music. I'm Shades, and I'll see you next time.